Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm back today with another in my series of the Tarot Top Trumps, started by the lovely Mascha, Musings by Mascha, and today we're up to card number 17, so the 18th video in this series, and we're looking at the star today. And I'm actually recording this a little bit early. I don't think Mascha's done her star video yet. I usually wait for her to do hers and watch her video, and then I do mine. But it's my birthday. Today is, what's today? Today is Thursday. I think the 19th of September when I'm recording this. I'm not sure when I'll upload it, but it's my birthday on Sunday the 22nd of September, and I've got quite a few busy days coming up, so, and into next week I've got quite a bit going on, so I thought I'd sit and do this video today anyway. So it's also Mabon this weekend, isn't it? The 21st or the 20th to the 22nd of September. So it's that we've just had a big supermoon, a harvest moon. We had an eclipse also, didn't we? It's the sort of harvest festival time, the harvest moon. So you can feel there's a real change in the air at the moment. It's definitely starting to feel more like autumn. And it's very, very gloomy outside today. There's no sunshine, there's sort of thick cloud. But thankfully it's not cold. So everybody enjoy your Mabon weekend. I hope that you all have a lovely time. And anyway, let's get on to the star before I waffle too much. So the star card is in astrology is ruled by Aquarius. I think that, what do I think? I think that the star card is a card that looks to the future. It doesn't predict immediate change, I don't think ever really, but it does predict hope and healing. It suggests that some kind of insight or clarity of vision is coming, something that will give you that clarity that you need to move forward, or that help is coming in some way. I think this card is beautiful actually, and it suggests really the sort of peace and harmony. I don't think there's anything negative about this card as such. It's a very soft card showing tomorrow, but perhaps not today. It can reveal the future, and I think when I get this card in a reading, I always look at the cards around this card to see what that future possibility might be. I suppose this card also might talk about humanitarian practices, about peace and keeping peace and love in your heart. I suppose in its higher realms, it's about self-esteem, self-love, self-trust, trying to flow with life, having that hope and faith in your dreams and in your heart. But in its lower realms, more negatively, it can be about unfulfilled hopes and disappointments, the inability to trust in life and trust in yourself. I suppose if I think about questions that come up for me when I think about the star card, it might be things like, what sort of long-term goals do you hope to achieve? Or what aspect of your life is being cleansed or renewed, or what are you feeling inspired to do? So yeah, they're my sort of feelings about the star card. And I thought I would start with this card here, which is, I've only picked really just because I love it. It's from the Forest of Enchantment deck, and there's no great huge significance for this card for me. In fact, the star card doesn't often come up in readings for myself. It's not a card that I pay a huge amount of attention to, which is perhaps strange. I don't know really. But I love this card because this card is, the elves are just sat, the forest elves are just sat in the forest, aren't they? And they're singing to the stars. And they're probably singing their songs of hope and singing songs of the future, of their trust in the universe, and their sort of harmony within that universe, within their environment. So I just love that as a card. I think that's so... Well, I suppose it also kind of reminds me of times in my life, because I sit and watch the night sky a lot. I love to look at the moon. I love to look at the stars. My imagination is huge, and I'll imagine that perhaps the stars are our ancestors, maybe even the gods and the goddesses, who knows. But I would imagine that's what these forest elves are doing as well, is that perhaps they're singing to their ancestors. So that's a beautiful card. I also chose, this is the Art Occultist Tarot. I cannot remember the lady's name. This is an indie deck that I bought from makeplayingcards.com, and I cannot remember the lady's name, so I'm sorry. She does have a website, but it is the Art Occultist Tarot. And again, the only reason why I've chosen this card is just because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? The serenity and the peace on the facial expression of this woman, I just love. And I love the stars in her hair. To me, they're almost like the fluffy seeds from a dandelion, like they could just be blown away. But yeah, there's no other greater significance for this card for me, except I just think that it's beautiful. It just encompasses everything for me about the Star card, really, is that sort of sense of serenity and peace and hope. You know, she's got her eyes closed. She's going with the flow, I feel here, really. She's not fighting life. And I think that that's a lovely thing, isn't it? So I should put that up there. Put this one away. What have I got next? So the next card that I've got is from one of my very favourite decks, actually. This is the Game of Thrones Tarot. And I absolutely love this, just because I love Game of Thrones so much. And this is poor Sansa, isn't it? When she's trapped at Winterfell. She's been forced to marry that sort of sadist tyrant, Ramsay Bolton, who's abused her and physically and mentally abused her. And I think she's managed to escape from her room, and she's going to a window to try and signal for help. That's what this candle is. But to me, this candle and this light, I think it just represents that light inside Sansa, that when it feels like everything is lost, you know, I think at this point she thinks that all her family are dead, and that perhaps it's just her, and that she might be lost, you know, completely, that things might be hopeless for her, but she's still sort of looking for help. And is it Brienne, the Lady Knight? She's signalling for her to come and help her, but I think that in the end, let me look in the little guidebook. It's the poor man that Ramsay Bolton tortured, isn't it? Whose name I've completely forgotten. Theon Greyjoy. He leads the escape across the river to safety from Ramsay's vicious hounds. But yeah, it says Sansa is the star, which holds the message of hope. Sansa's had the opposite of the fairy tale life she imagined, everyone murdered, imprisoned, beaten, betrayed, yet she still has hope and faith that she'll be free. It also says here the card number 17 adds up to 8, which is a number of change and renewal and strength, isn't it? And the star asks you to keep the faith, because opportunities and rewards will come. You'll follow a new direction. You may discover your life's purpose. This is about coming through transitions, with a new sense of unfolding of creative possibilities. But for me, this card is just really all about hope, isn't it? About never losing hope, even in the most dire of situations. There's often help, isn't there? There's often something around the corner. So I absolutely love that card. And then I've got 2 more cards. The next one is from the Tarot of the Sidhe by Emily Carding. And again, I chose this card because this little fae, this little fairy here, she's holding this flame in her hands, and I think that's like the light of the stars, isn't it? But she's holding it in her hands, it's within her. I'm going to have to read from the book to be any more articulate about what I feel there, but that is what it is for me. It's like she's nurturing her own inner light, I feel, in this card. Yeah, and it says in the little book here, it says, I have seen you so often cast your eyes above in search of my light, in search of hope and answers in the dark. But look within, and you may find your own sweet candle of radiant light. I really, really like that. It says, after the dark transformative powers of the tower, we are left with a clear starlit sky. With the star comes the realization that though we may be small, each of us is a part of the beauty and vastness of the universe, and therefore divine in our own right. This card is designed to act as a mirror in which we catch a glimpse of our true spiritual self, which is so often shrouded in day-to-day life. And there's quite a lot actually in this little book here. It's a really nice deck, this, the Tarot of the Sidhe. So yeah, I like that very, very much. And I think my last card kind of mirrors that sentiment. It's from the Wee Moon Tarot, published by Mother Tongue Ink. And this card from this lovely deck, I just love this. To me, this is like we're part of the stars, like they run through us. They're part of our very nature, part of our very soul. I love the colours in this card. I love the greens and the blues. I like all of these spirals here, that she's got her hands open and she's receptive. And that the stars run all the way through her like her chakras. It's called Stardust, that card. Let me see what the book says. So it says, stars recycle ancient wisdom in the twinkle of an eye. We are made of stardust, recycle through the infinite matrix of time and space. Stardust resides in our genetic blueprint of our cellular memory, and nothing in creation is ever wasted. Looking at the stars opens our mind to the vast vistas of the air element, to explore inner and outer space on the wings of thought. Imagination. Stars call us to connect the dots, to seek meaning in the patterns of interrelationship, and to tell stories about them and communicate our own. The light of our ancestors shines eternally through the stars, reminding us of who we are. So are you letting your light shine, and are you recognizing it in other people? So there we go. We had this one here, didn't we, with the light of the ancestors. The beautiful stars in her hair. Poor Sansa, bless her. And this lovely Fae here, holding her own light in her hands. So, yeah, they're beautiful cards, aren't they? Very, very serene and peaceful, and, as I said, full of hope for the future. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Please do say hello, and I look forward to seeing you next time with the moon. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.